Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Pauline Zero again. And it's been a minute, but now we are officially back. And we are back with so many exciting topics. Like today, I want us to talk about personal finance. I know this is one of the most sought after topics here on YouTube and every other social media platform. So I'll be taking you through everything personal finance, and yeah, let's learn together. Now, what is personal finance? Personal finance is management of individual or a family money, and this involves budgeting, it involves savings, it involves insurance, mortgages, investment, retirement program, and all that. So that is what we'll be covering one topic at a time. But for now, I want to give you some what we call the golden rules of personal finance. It's very important that we start from there, because if we don't get to know what are the rules, then we are going to play the wrong game. Yeah, so it's very important we first learn the rules of the game, and then from there we can be checking every unit, every topic on its own. So first thing first is to understand the basics of personal finance, and that's what I'm calling the golden rules in personal finance. So one of them, number one, you need to earn more than you spend. I know this is something that most people are guilty as charged. We always spend what we don't even have. Someone told you that I'm going to send you 5,000 and you're already budgeting for that money, and you don't even have that money. Yeah, so we need to earn more than we spend. So always live below your means. That is below what you have. And I know there's this question that people can ask. In a situation where you have some money crisis, you're not able to pay your bills on time, what should you do? Should you lower your expenses? Should you downgrade, or should you make more money? What do you think about that? So if you ask me from a personal finance perspective, I would say you don't need to lower your expenses. Of course, there are some things that you can, but most of the time you need to make more money, because if you are struggling to pay rent, even if you move to a lower budget house and you don't have that money already, you're still going to go and struggle with that small house. So what you should be thinking of is a way of making more money. Yeah, so think of making more money, and then of course your expenses should be lower than your income. So when you do that, you'll always have an easy time. The next rule is set your financial goal. This is very important. Setting your financial goal. Most of the time, we don't have goals. We don't know what you're going to do with the money. When you get the money, the only thing that you'll do is impromptu buying, impromptu spending. You have the money, but you don't even have the goals. You don't know what you're going to achieve next. You don't know what you're going to do after 1 year, after 6 years, and you're just there. So you find yourself in the same situation after some years. So it's very important you set your financial goal in everything you're doing, whether you want to buy something in the house, whether you want to pay the school fees, whether you want to make investment, you want to buy a car, you want to buy a house. You need to set those financial goals so that you don't strain too much in this life. So the next one is creating a budget. I know this is a huge one. Very few people have budgets. Very few people have created their budget. You can ask someone, how much do you spend on a monthly basis? Most people, they don't have any idea. And that is a very dangerous point, because if in a money crisis, you don't even know how much you need. If someone asks you, what is your monthly expenditure? You don't even have an idea, because today you're buying this, tomorrow you're buying this, and you don't account for everything you're buying. And the moment you don't have a budget, this is going to make you spend more, because you don't even have a limit. You're not even checking how much you are spending or what you are spending on. So it's very important you start creating a budget, and we are going to be talking about these next. So make sure you check my next video. I'm going to be talking about budgeting, which is very important. And the next rule, we are rule number 4, is you set up an emergency fund. Very important. Things happen, you lose job, you lose your business, your income stops. So you need to have an emergency fund. This is a fund that can sustain you even if you don't have a job. And the experts, they normally advise 6 months. Okay, 3 months, but I would go for 6 months. So you have, and that's why budgeting is very important. You know how much you spend in a month, and then you save 6 months of that money, so that when if you lose your job, you'll have an easy time to settle down and you look for the next job. Because if you don't have an emergency fund, then that calls for crisis. That is going to be a rough time. But when you have an emergency fund, you're going to have peace of mind, and it is going to give you an ample time to look at what you're going to do next, without even making some decisions which will sometimes cost you in later. So it's very important you start setting up an emergency fund, an income that you're not spending on anything else. It's just there. Just in case you lose your job or something happens, you can able to continue with your life as normal as it was. The next one, number 5, the golden rule number 5, is you pay off your debts. It's very important. I know debts are good. We have bad debts and we have good debts. And it's important you start paying them, because you can find yourself in a very tough situation, especially when you have loans. So it's very important you start paying off your debts. And I would advise you start paying, starting with the loan, the debt that has the highest interest. Yeah, you pay off that one, and then you come to the rest of the debts. So always make sure that you have a plan to pay your debts. Don't be in debt for so long. So make sure you do that, so that you don't compromise yourself, so that you don't have to strain so much on that. Then sixth one and the last one on this one is investment. It's important to invest. Yeah, because this is where, when you start investing, this is where your money will start working for you. And that's the point, having your money to work for you, because that means you have a system that is making you money. So even if you don't, you're not working, you stop working, it means you will have an income that is streaming in. And that is very important, making money even if you're not directly involved. So it means you are doing what we call leverage. You're able to leverage on your investment, and that's very important. So start investing. And now the question is, okay, you want to start making investment. How do I start? What are the most income generating investment? Which is the best one? How do I choose? If I have I don't have much money to invest, but I want to start investing, where do I start? So I'll be sharing with you that we're going to be covering personal finance topic, investment. So make sure you stay tuned, so that you don't miss on the subsequent topics. Yeah, so that is it for now. See you on the next one.